but this don't happen to me every day. No, baby. So now we get lost and carried away. I wanna get lost and carried away with you, maybe all night. Oh, baby.
Hey guys, what going on? Welcome to Intel with Chantel. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer and or subscriber, welcome back. Today it's all about the battle of the cameras. I know I already reviewed one, but I told you that when I am ready to review the other one, I'll tell you if you need both of them in your collection. So if you want to see or hear my thoughts on whether you need both lattafas in your collection, like me and my girlfriend say, when we really want to talk about something, let we get down in it. So first up, we're going to start out with the OG of lattafa Kamarah, right? Now, let's start with the packaging. We'll have to rewind a bit because when I reviewed this originally, I was like, oh, I just got blessed. You know, I know some people were having problems with the cap, but mine was good. I could have just picked it up with the cap. Not no more, baby. Not no more. No bueno. So when it comes to the packaging, that's one thing I would say that lattafa, like, you need to do a little better. I know where it stems from because I can literally see the thing inside. I'm going to see if babe could kind of like take it off and I do my own jimmy to try to stick it back. But as of right now, yeah. So the cap, it doesn't. But lattafa, the bottle, glass, top like we said before was plastic. It gives kind of that liquor glass effect, which of course, because they were trying to dupe the OG, which I have it here, which was Angel Share. I did a review on comparing these two. If you didn't watch it, hey, go back, watch it, and see what if I think that this is a complete dupe to Angel Share, right? So let's put this to the side because this wiggly stuff is just like a no for me. So now, lattafa Kamarah is a spicy, sweet, warm, kind of cinnamony fragrance, right? I think this is a beautiful fragrance. I think this is one that a lot of people will enjoy. Hands down, I don't think it does too much. I think it's crowd pleasing. You know, if it's soft and vanilla, I think people who don't like this fragrance will be people who really hate vanilla. If you're not a vanilla-y kind of person, I would say you probably wouldn't like this, right? So let's give it a spray. Atomizer, still great. The top might be no good, but the atomizer is always 10 out of 10 on this one, at least when I wear it, right? Oh my goodness, I could already smell this. This is so good. Okay, so here we have top notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, and bergamot. Middle notes of dates, praline, tuberose, Mahonial, and base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, amberwood, myrrh, benzoin, and Akigalawood. This fragrance is so nice. This is one that a lot of people will more say, oh well, they'll kind of pull for this like in the cozy, cooler weather. But for me, I wear this anytime. Like, I think that it's good enough to hold up in the cold weather, but it is still nice enough that you can wear it in the summer and it doesn't feel too heavy or like it's choking you out. This is so good to me. Here, I get the cinnamon, I get the dates, I get the vanilla, and that sweetness of the benzoin. This is one that when I wear this, I just feel warm, I feel cuddly, and I just feel nice. I really like this one. This one is one that when you walk past people, individuals, they'll just be like, ooh, somebody smells really nice, right? It's not too different, it's not too complex, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's across the board really nice. One of my girlfriends called me and she was like, hey, what do you think about this fragrance? I was like, did you watch my video? Because I'd already reviewed it by then, right? I was like, I think you should give it a shot. I think it's something that you like, because I'm kind of familiar with her scent profile, right? And what she likes and what she kind of don't like, right? And she's like me, where she want a fragrance that can kick you in the face. She want it strong, she wanted longevity, she want that you're going to smell her, nothing just too close to the skin. And this one, even though it's not beast mode, it's going to give you all of that, right? It's not beast mode, but it's certainly not anything close to a skin scent. Longevity, it is going to perform. I get a good, I would say 8 to 10 hours out of this one easily. Longevity, this is going to perform, and to me it performs really well in the heat. And how I test my fragrances that last really long, if they test in the heat really well and stand up in the heat really well, you see it when I get in the shower and I turn the hot water on and that water starts to hit my skin, and I could smell the aroma of whatever fragrance I had on during the day. I'm like, yes, this one is a good performer in the heat. Now, I don't know whether I'm on point with it, whether it work, it don't work, but that's how I judge my fragrances that I know performs well in the heat. And this one, definitely, when you take a shower and you turn the hot water on, you could feel that and smell that aroma rising off of your skin. It's like so amazing and intriguing to me. But that's how I do my fragrances, to see, oh well, yeah, this one can really stand up in the heat, this one is not. Here you go. Might be my own little ghetto method, but it works for me. So my friend bought this. I was like, hey, it's not that expensive, right? You could pull the plug on it. I think that you will definitely be satisfied. I was confident that she would like it. So she went on Amazon, she bought it. A couple days ago, she called me. She was like, yo, this is so good. She was like, I love it. It stays on my skin. Oh my God, it smells so good. As I figured she would. This one is one that I think if people do not have it, it's one to definitely get your nose on. Like I said before, I think this one everyone would like. The only way I feel like you wouldn't like this fragrance, if you don't like sweet fragrances, if you don't like vanilla fragrances, even though it's more than reasonably priced, don't waste your money, because you're not gonna like it. This is sweet, this is vanilla, this is dates, this is all that sugary goodness that I like, right? That I like. I love this one. This is the original Lattafa Kamarah. Like I said, this one, I would say if you don't have it, please pick it up. It will be worth the spend. A little goes a long way. I have got tons of compliments where people have stopped me, asked me what I'm have on. Sometimes it's something that I've mixed and layered with it. Sometimes it's if I have it on its own. Like this have always rendered me compliments. Always got me compliments. This is one that I would always have in my collection. That is the original Lattafa Kamarah. Okay, so now let's see if the flanker is worth the splurge. And when I say splurge, like I said, it is still in the same type of ballpark, right? Not too expensive. You could get this one for, hold on, sorry, had to look it up, didn't remember the price of it off the top of my head. You could get this one for around $35, right? Around $35. So it's not a fragrance that is super expensive, but you get way more than you pay for. Let's see if the new flanker, which is Lattafa Kamarah Qawah, is worth adding to your collection. Is it different enough that you need it, right? That's what we're here to see. Is it going to give you something so different from the original that you need it in your collection? Not want it, need it. As far as the packaging, it's almost identical, right? Almost identical. It's the same thing. Now this one, I'm still lucky my bottle hasn't fallen apart yet like the other one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does, because it is the same packaging, right? You have the plastic cap, the glass bottle, the same thing that you have with the OG. The bottle is, the only difference is the OG, it's just like see-through. This one has like a gradient tint to it, right? It has a gradient tint to it, and the juice inside is slightly a different color, but outside of that it's the same exact. Lattafa, Kamarah, Qawah, same exact bottle, right? So for the packaging right now, this one I would give this packaging 10 out of 10 until the cap falls off. Then we might have to revisit. It might drop to an 8. If I could fix it, it might go to 8.5. Just saying. But I love the packaging, honestly. I think that they did a really, really good job with the packaging outside of the little mishap. We all have mishaps on the top, right? But we're here for the juice. So let's see what this one gives us as far as the juice. Now, atomizer, amazing, just like the OG one. Same thing. Oh my goodness, this is good. Same thing, right? Atomizer is the same. This fragrance is also warm. It's sweet, vanilla, a tad bit spicy, cinnamon, ambery, right? So when I initially sprayed it, it smells slightly different. It does not smell exactly the same. It smells like they're in the same family, but it does not smell the same. So right now it's like, okay, it's not exact. Maybe it's worth exploring, adding into your collection, right? Let's take a look at the notes. Here we have top notes of cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger. Middle notes of praline, candied fruits, and white flower. And base notes of vanilla, coffee, tonka bean, benzoin, and musk. So compared to the original, we have some similar notes, but we have a decent amount of notes that are not in the original one, right? So this one to me, let's compare. This one, I don't even know if to say that it's sweeter. It's not sweeter, but the candied fruits give it a different level of sweetness, right? The candied fruits, the praline, and the white flower, I think it gives it a different shift in the type of sweetness that I get from this one versus the sweetness that I get in the original one. The original one give me a sweetness of cinnamon and vanilla, right? This one also has cinnamon and vanilla, but to me the sweetness is more smelling of that praline and that candy, right? The cinnamon goes way back in the background for me in this one, and the vanilla, it's there, but it's behind that coffee note. For me, I can smell this coffee note a lot in this fragrance. I really, really can. And that cardamom and that ginger gives it that spicy that I feel that I did not get in the original. Now, being 100%, keeping it 100, do I feel like you need both of these in your collection? No. I don't feel like it's that different that you need both. Meaning, if you're wearing this and someone knows how Kamarah smells, they're gonna know what you're wearing. They're gonna be like, oh, she has Kamarah on, or he has Kamarah on. Smells nice, right? They're not going to decipher, oh, she have on Qawah. No, that's just the original. It's not that far that, to me, somebody's gonna decipher which one you have on. So I don't think it's necessary for you to buy both. However, I think having both in your collection is nice because it's different. So if I want to wear Kamarah, I'm feeling like wearing that today, but I feel like I want something with a little coffee in it, I will definitely pull for this one if I want the coffee note and if I want it to be a little spicy. But if I just want to smell like Kamarah, and I don't have a particular of how I want to smell, I just know I feel like wearing Kamarah today, I'll pull for any one, and whichever one my hand grab on first, that's what I'll put on, if that makes sense, right? Now, if I want to get down into the specifics of, oh yeah, I feel like I want to do coffee, or if I am wearing another coffee fragrance and I want to add or layer Kamarah, I would layer this, because that coffee note, in my opinion, will blend better with that coffee fragrance that I'm wearing, if that makes sense. But if I want to pull for Kamarah and I want to make it even, if I'm wearing another fragrance and I want to make it really sweet, and I decide, let me sweeten it up with Kamarah, then I would pull for the original, because I feel like the dates in here give me a sweetness like no other. But outside of that, and being really, really specific, it doesn't matter. If you have this one, you'll enjoy it. If you have this one, you'll enjoy it. So, like I said, if I want to be specific, then you need to. If you just be like, I just want to smell like Kamarah, it don't matter, then any one will suffice. So I enjoy having both in my collection. I feel like I would always have both in my collection, but I don't feel like both is necessary in my collection, if that makes sense. This one now, I would say Qawah on my skin, I think it gives me an additional 1.5 to 2 hours over the original, and I feel like it projects a little bit more than the original on my skin, right? On my skin. But both of them are amazing fragrances. If you don't have any and you want something more sweet, go for the original. If you don't have any and you want something more coffee and a little bit more spicy in the background, go for Qawah. Go for Qawah. If you don't mind taking the plunge and giving your coins to get both, even though they're not that different, I would say no harm, no foul. Like I said, I love having both. I will always have both, but I am going to be 100% honest with you when I bring you reviews. It's not necessary to have both in your collection unless you want to get into the specifics of layering. If that is not the goal you're going for, just go off of, do I like more coffee and spice, or do I like more sweetness, and make your choice from there. So with that being said, as we can tell, both are hits, right? This one is still ticking, this one, baby, yeah. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get this fixed. We'll have to let babe work some magic. But both of these are amazing. I don't think one outdo the other, even though I said this gives me a little bit more longevity on my skin and a little bit more like strong, but it's not like this disappears. For me, both stays on my skin until I take a shower. So it's not like one is outweighing the other. So that was the battle of the Kamarahs. And hey, I love both. I love both. I think lattafa, outside of that little hiccup with the packaging for the top, these fragrances are 9 out of 10 for me. So if you want to get your hands on them, I'll leave a link down below. Amazon, you can get it on Amazon for a great deal. Like I said, $35. There's other sites that you can get it on, but hey, Amazon with Prime delivery, that's where I go to. If I feel like what I'm gonna get is an authentic fragrance, that's where I'll go. So I'll leave the link down below so that you can check it out. Let me know if you have both, if you have one, if you're interested in having both. Like, leave me a comment down below. Let's talk about it. Let me know if you like it, right? I might like it and you might be like, baby, you tripping, that don't smell good. Hey, that's fine. We don't like the same things all the time, but let's talk about it. If you've layered it with something, let me know what you layered it with. Give me a couple suggestions, right? With that being said, remember, life is a journey. Some days are better than some. Let's take the time to appreciate the things that we have while we strive to acquire the things that we desire. Remember, like this video, thumbs it up. give me a share, subscribe. It's free 99. Like, it ain't gonna cost you not one coin. Maybe the fragrances that I'm telling you to buy gonna cost you a little coin, but subscribing to my channel is 100% free. So see you in our next video. Bye.
But this don't happen to me every day. No, baby.